Mackie's FM 90.5 megahertz. Broadcasting inspiration. This is Mackie's FM 90.5 megahertz.
Finance Minister advocate for MCC compact to address road, electricity, healthcare and education. Where are you? MC district breaks away over gay marriage debate. Liberia to receive high-level Ethiopian agricultural delegation. And away from Liberia, President Tinubu moves veterans of Niger Tinker explosion as death toll reaches 86. Those were the news read in headlines. Now keep tuned as we bring you this and many other developments. I'm Zika, your lead presenter for today's presentation. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. Grassroots environmental defenders GED from 5 countries in Liberia, that's 5 countries in Liberia, have expressed renewed confidence in tackling environmental injustices affecting Participating in the transformating two-day training in Cinco Morovia, the workshop that's held on January 16 to 17, 2025, aimed to enhance their capacity to address pressing environmental issues in their communities. The event was organized by Green Initiative International in collaboration with the World Resources Institute, WRR, funded by the U.S. Department of State under the Standing Together with Environmental Defenders Stand Initiative. Participants from Montserrado, Bombing, Grand Cape Mount, Bapolu, and Maggie counties shared how the training have equipped them with critical skills in advocacy, environmental law, and justice mechanisms. For many participants, the workshop was a turning point in their advocacy journeys. Yukiri Syria Tapia, a defender from Bapolu County and a member of the Working Effectively Together WET initiative, described the training as a game changer. Participants were vocal and the environmental challenges in their communities, particularly in mining areas. William K. Santos, Senior Executive Director of the Bombing Citizens Advocacy Union, lamented the unleashed population caused by foreign companies. Several participants emphasized the need for structural reforms and ensure justice for affected communities. Boma Q. Sandu, another member of the WET, underscored the importance of establishing environmental codes as mandated by the EPA law. Project lead at Green Advocates International, Peter Kwekwe, emphasized the importance of empowering grassroots defenders who often face significant risks in advocating for their communities. He encouraged participants to use their field-fund knowledge to address both local and national environmental issues. Dr. Emmanuel Ure Jakpablo, Executive Director of the Liberia's Executive, that's Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, commended the participants for their dedication and reaffirmed the EPA's support to grassroots efforts. The training is part of broader effort under the STAND initiative to strengthen environmental agency across Liberia. Green Initiative International plan to extend the program to all 15 counties, providing small grants to grassroots organizations to support local advocacy efforts. The workshop left participants engaged and determined to bring about change. Finance and Development Planning Minister Augustine Gamfo has emphasized the need for unity in tackling Liberia's developmental challenges, particularly in the road connectivity, electricity, healthcare, and education. He made these remarks during a high-level meeting with Millennium Challenge Corporation, the MCC Managing Director for Africa, Justin Small, MCC Program Officer for Africa, Elena Shiparo, and U.S. Ambassador Mark Turner. The decision focused on steps for staff recruitment, a diagnostic study on the compact mobilities, and establishment of an MCC office in Liberia. In December 2024, President Joseph N. Boakai announced Liberia's qualification for an MCC compact grant for the first time since 2015. Unlocking up to $500 million in US aid. The country met key governance benchmarks, including the rule of law, trade policy, and fiscal management, surpassing the equipment requirement to pass the least think out of 20 performance indicators. This achievement has promoted the MCC delegation visit to Liberia. Minister Gamfwa reaffirmed his commitment to working with MCC to ensure the compacts to deliver long-term benefits to the nation. He underscored the importance of prioritizing the needs of Liberians and ensuring development transcends political cycles. He called for national unity in pursuing developmental goals. Reflecting on the MCC compact, Minister Gamfwa highlighted its tangible benefits, including increased electricity access and the Mount Coffee Hydro Dam and improved water distribution across Monrovia. Minister Gamfuan also acknowledged the contribution for both current and past government officials and technicians in securing Liberia's partnership with the MCC. He assured the delegation and Liberians at the constrained analysis on the way to guide the allocation of MCC funding to critical developmental areas. Responding to Minister Gamfuan, Justin Small pledged the MCC commitment to advancing preparation for MCC's Compact 2. Ambassador Turner also expressed support for Liberia's MCC Compact to participants, emphasizing the importance of the partnership between the U.S. government and the MCC Liberia. The United Methodist Church UMC Wheeler District, comprising 41 local churches and 3 preaching points with more than 12,000 members, has officially withdrawn from the UMC Liberia annual conference. The decision announced following a resolution passed at the conclusion of the district's 27th annual section in Bong Mas, Lower Bong County on Sunday, January 19, 2024. The Wheeler District, one of the major constituents of the Methodist Church, includes member churches in Maggie, Ruamong, Serrado, Bapolo, Bong, and Grand Bassa counties. Reverend Mustafa Saki, superintendent of the UMC Wheeler District, revealed that the decision to withdraw was made by over 1,000 delegates during the district conference. He attributed the move to the growing tension surrounding the global on same-sex marriage and related doctrinal issues. Reverend Saki disclosed that nearly 2,000 members of the Wheeler District have left the church since the controversy began. He further explained that the delegates decided to break away due to irreconcilable differences over the UMC's position on same-sex marriage, particularly following the 2024 UMC Global Conference held in Charlotte, North Carolina, which officially allowed gay marriage within the church. The decision has sparked intense debate and division within the global denomination and has caused significant unrest among local congregations. Reverend Saki emphasized that the Wheeler District remains committed to upholding traditional biblical principles amid the challenging global perspectives within the UMC. The preparation is expected to have far-reaching implications as the Wheeler District has vowed to reject the directive of appointment for the bishop of the UMC Liberia annual conference. The bishop followed a visit from UMC Bishop Samuel Quenner during the conference, while Bishop Quenner preached and explained the rationale behind the organization for the global conference's decision. The global conference chose to break away shortly after his departure. Some local pastors have accused Bishop Quenner of paying a double standard on the issue of same-sex marriage. They allege that while the bishop was called on local congregations to accept people regardless of their background and culture, his approach was created confusion and dissatisfaction among members of the Methodist Church. The Center for Media Studies and Peace Building CEMESP, in collaboration with Internews Liberia, over the weekend convened the second high-level stakeholder dialogue on access to public information in Liberia. The event held on Friday, January 17, 2024 was part of activities of the Liberia Media Environment Project, LMEP, being implemented by Internews, EMP, and other organizations with funding support from the European Union. The project is aimed to enhancing media freedom and public access to information in Liberia. The dialogue brought together over 50 participants from a diverse background and group of stakeholders, including representatives from civil society, law enforcement, media, and religious community, associations for persons with disabilities, and various government ministries and agencies. The event served as a platform to discuss the critical role access to public information plays in promoting transparency and accountability in Liberia. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Grand Bassa County Development Officer Moses G. Herring welcomed the attendees and underscored the importance of public access to information for fostering accountability. He urged the Independent Information Commission, the IRC, to establish a local office in Buchanan to assist citizens in obtaining essential information. Chief Phillips Gibley, the third Monitoring and Evaluation Officer at CEMESP, provided insight into the organization's effort under the Liberia Media Environmental Project (LMEP). He said his organization has trained over 30 journalists in investigative journalism and has established a dedicated investigative journalism network to support the initiative. Also speaking at the program, the coordinator of the Liberia Freedom for Information Coordination, Vani Kamara, emphasized the significance of transparency and accountability as pedals to establish a stable democracy. He called on the government of Liberia to demonstrate political will in enhancing the effectiveness of the Liberian government freedom of information FOI law. For his part, the Commissioner of the Independent Information Commission, the IRC, Joseph T. Huddles, announced the launch of a comprehensive compliance assessment across Liberia entities to evaluate adherence to the Liberian Freedom of Information law. He highlighted the necessity of an open dialogue to address challenges in the implementation of the law in Liberia. The dialogue featured initiatives section led by esteemed facilitators, Councillor Lami Bangaro of the Office of the Ombudsman and veteran journalist Frank Siniwola, who engaged participants in discussion on various aspects of media freedom and access to public information. These sections provided an opportunity to stakeholders to share insights and propose solutions to existing challenges. If you are just joining us, it is indeed a reminder that you are following Maggie News Flow on Maggie FM 90.5. Still ahead of this presentation is the news in the simple Liberian English, and of course the news in the Manon vernacular, as well as the news in our foreign nations. The Director General of the Liberia Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority has disclosed that a high-level technical delegation of aquaculture experts from the Lake and Fisher Resources Protection and Development Agency of Egypt is expected to arrive in Monrovia on Wednesday, January 22, 2025, to assess the Liberia's aquaculture sector's needs. A press release from the Liberia Fisheries Authority Director General Emma Metinia Glasgow as saying Resources Protection and Development Agency will be in Liberia to tour aquaculture facilities in Bombing, Grand Cape Mount, Montserrado, Maggie, Bonk, Niba, and Lofa counties to conduct a comprehensive needs assessment for the aquaculture sector. It can be recalled that in 2024, Madam Kaleni, on behalf of the government of Liberia with Egypt, on a technical governance and monitoring, control and surveillance and aquaculture development, lake and fish resources protection and development agency. The primary aim of the MOU is to strengthen technical cooperation between Liberia and Egypt for mutual benefit, enhance fisheries governance capacity, development, and facilitate trade. The release added that the specific objective of the MOU is to engage in trade facilitation and link the private sectors of Egypt to Liberia and also collaborate on monitoring, control, and surveillance services, while at the same time sharing technical knowledge and expertise and building institutional capacity. That Liberia is poised to leverage Egypt's experiences in a step-by-step approach to developing its aquaculture sector through a bilateral MOU on technical cooperation. Moreover, as a partial step towards fulfilling the objectives of the MOU signed in 2024 on technical cooperation, Madam Kalasco further disclosed that the three main technical dedication from the Lake and Fish Resources Protection and Development Agency, comprising experts in aquaculture, fisheries, and veterinary affairs, will be held on a tour from January 22 to 30th, 2025 in Bonkmans Reservoir, Lake Piso, Binding, Low and the Foya Low will first conduct a stakeholder consultation with an area other value chain actors to gain full insight into the current status of aquaculture and future interventions. The Liberia Fisheries Director General maintained that the Egyptian aquaculture expert will also conduct a specific assessment of aquaculture management areas identified under the aquaculture zoning and sparta planning expertise carried out under the Liberia Sustainable Management of Fisheries Project in 2024. And finally, and on the national scene, the Monrovia City Court has issued a writ of arrest for Thomas Ediraj, Moses Kofa, Eric Sui, and others in connection with the December 18, 2024 fire that engulfed the Capitol building in Monrovia. The defendant faced multiple criminal charges: solicitation, aggravated assault, illegal possession of firearms, and attempted murder. The arrest followed a conference held on January 20, 2025 between government lawyers and defense counsel. Between Chamber Justice Yamin Kwekwe Bessie. During the meeting, Justice Bessie issued a 1-hour ultimatum to government officials to produce defendant Ediraj, who was subsequently released. Shortly after, the Monrovia City Court issued arrest warrant to Ediraj, Kofa, Susie, and other co-defendants. According to the Ministry of Justice, the defendants alleged following a protest. Investigators claim the group pushed and purchased gasoline late on December 17, 2024 and used it to ignite the building the next morning. The blaze caused an estimated 1.8 million in damages. The charges also include allegations of a violent alternation with a police officer during the incident. Court documents reveal that the other was knocked unconscious and a firearm was allegedly confiscated and used by the defendants. Authorities have said that the defendants' action violated the court issued the arrest order on January 13, 2025, and law enforcement officials are actively pursuing the suspects. The government has denounced all alleged actions, emphasizing its commitment to ensuring justice is served. The court is expected to hear the case in coming weeks, requiring the defendant to answer the charges. To secure the release, the defendant's lawyer are required to file a bond value at 3.6 million. Next on Maggie News Flow is the news in the simple manner, in the simple Liberian English, and of course the news in the manner vernacular. Let's now go for this break. When we come back with John Stanley Moyakawi, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Mackie's TV Live, as well as our YouTube page, Mackie TV. This break, we'll come back with John Stanley Moyakawi for the news in the simple Liberian English, and of course the news in the manner vernacular. This break.
People who are working the evening or because that they with the new is simple like he say talk to them so the people can look at it. They say in December last year, President Joseph Nima Bakai tell say like a now prepare to work with the people, and because of that the people agree to give Liberia 500 million so that they can use it to do the work. And because of that, they say Liberia now pass a thing or the thing that made the country to be qualified to receive that money. United Methodist Church, the other branch that in Wheeler district that get almost 41 churches around and 3 preaching points. They say for them they are almost, they make 12,000 members. They say they now agree to take their need, to take all their load there from the group they call the United Methodist Conference. So they now want to be part of it because the people they went to get they say men and get married, woman and woman get married. So because they say that thing, the other people they say they not agree, and nothing what they say it not bring big division and not bring hala in the Methodist church. So the other people say they don't want to do, but all the other decisions say it's number 18 they say àwọn gèrè opie àwa mi bu opie mi bu ike ó gàdá jésù súnmọ́ ayé abẹ́ẹ́lẹ́ wọn lé ọ̀pẹ̀ yàpọ̀ ike abẹ́ẹ́lẹ́ abẹ́ ìwọ́n mi yà kí wọn náà abẹ́ ọ̀gàdá program office sọlẹ àtọrẹ hana shapiro rẹ bẹ pàkà ẹmúlẹ kàmẹmẹ òyìnbó rẹ lábẹ ilà ẹbí ẹsẹ wọn kì í wà mínísítà kí àdébí àwọn kì í pè kẹ ogun làbíàmù gbogbo ọlànà kẹ ogun làbíàmù kwà tíyẹnù kwà yẹn kadànù pẹlú náà wọn lẹ ilà ẹbí ẹsẹ kọ gbọmọ wọn kì í gẹdẹ bí kẹẹbí rẹ ká pẹlẹsìn joseph buakai ebe ni ewu nge mepe agegede ladi ya peke de ke epele surobo mi ya po ka o kre ka o mo ka la bi omo amo ka olo odie le opele le ko wa so di wa mi la bi ade ke la bi eye mo ka e amo o la bi na ko gede di awu la le kwa o si be united methodist church le aben le dikople si pure af check af yi se wole to wa lo ke ba epo wa e wona le gebe apo wa gegere de ka mo owo de ke o to suro o wa so wa paul sinsinsi ogo ekele fẹsí eka edo agia kẹgbà àmọ ya nyẹbẹ oke onyin rẹ kádẹ ogo sọ ìgbọdọ ká wàgẹ sọ eka ẹyọ ọnà bọ wí alátó mọ yẹ ní ogo agídì lẹmi ogo oye dìkọ plẹyìn lẹmi ogo pọnkàntì lẹmi ogo gbàpùrẹ náà lóge mi. àwọn àdókè alẹ o ayé ẹsẹ ilẹ kò nù àgékalẹ lẹ ewu lẹ àdìtò kàsírí dialọ gẹlẹ kápẹtọ péré lẹ àlẹ ní àgékalẹ ní àwọn èké àbá múlẹ o ègbà àgbẹnẹ káyọkẹ àgẹrẹ wọn bẹ o tọ gbọrọ àbá àgẹ ní ọpẹ à o mi dé mi sí tọmọ ẹtúrìṣ wà mí dé mi sí ẹmọ kòfà iri suse epo aka mi plus mo wa ge mi aka olóòdì ẹ mẹnẹdẹ edobe alẹpẹ fún lọrẹ sílá kaka odò òtí ẹdá gùnmẹ kàwé káwé dẹ wàgẹrẹ wàgẹrẹ wẹkẹ dẹ náà wùrù kálẹ wàgẹrẹ so àkẹyà wàgẹrẹ làmọ olókòtìyà omi sàdọmọ bíkọ ọmọ bírin sàdọmọ àkẹyà dẹ nàmi bẹẹ sẹ àgẹrẹ mi ẹkẹ yọ kẹkẹ awo firi kẹ dàmọ kánú káwọ mẹyà kẹkọ kó mi sàdọmọ kẹwọ kiri yẹ ọbẹn òsì dọ lẹla mi náà bẹ ògẹrẹ lọọyà ìwà yẹ gọọmẹ lọọyà bẹ olókèbà wà mísà wà àbò wà àdàkèbà wọn kẹsí làákà kẹwọ àgẹ kẹwọ kiri yẹ dẹ ìkẹgbàlẹ kókè ìdànàmì yàmi kókè àgẹ kẹmẹrẹ kàmi wọ ká mi àgẹ mu lẹ kiri yà nyàwó kẹ à ega mi to da na kai do bo ye dam in dra de ko wa ya ka usori ka ka e do bo ye aye ka ule zika kuna ka pe asine ye ka zo ka to di o kare ka we be ka pon ka ke ma no e me zika le ye ka zo ka to pia.
Many thanks to the man Stanley Wanyan Kawi for that splendid news presentation in the simplified version of the Liberian English and the news in the manner vernacular. Next on Maggie News Flow is our foreign development. The United Nations mission in Democratic Republic of Congo, known as MONUSCO, on Monday announced that over 600 combatants from the Zaire armed group have laid down their arms, which a UN spokesperson said is a first step toward facilitating the reintegration of former combatants, including women and youth and young people, into civilian life. Deputy spokesperson of the Secretary General Fire Quack told journalists in New York that during a ceremony held recently in Buna, more than 85 weapons and munitions were also handed over to the mission. The development, Quack said, is a first step toward facilitating the integration of former combatants. Hundreds of former groups operate in Congo's east. Many are formed to protest ethnic to tribal interests. Others are driven by the desire to control lucrative natural resources. And finally, President Bona Tinubu has expressed profound condolences to the people and government of Niger State following the catastrophic petrol tanker explosion at Dako Junction in Gurara local government area on Saturday. In a statement issued on Sunday, Prof. Nitui Yawinta, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, described the incident as a tragic calamity, emphasizing the immense loss of life and destruction caused by the explosion. The disaster claimed at least 86 lives and left 55 others injured, devastating the local communities. The statement released by the Ministry's of Information Officer Rhoda Leah, covering the ministry's sorrow and the recurrent nature of such incidents in Nigeria. Yaliwada noted that the frequency of tanker explosions has not only claimed numerous lives but also inflicted severe injuries and widespread property damage, underscoring the urgent need for preventive measures. President Tinubu's administration has reaffirmed its commitment to addressing the underlying causes of such disasters while extending its thoughts and prayer to the victims and their family. And that is it for the news on the foreign development. Next on Maggie News Flow, we recap the major stories this evening. Finance Minister advocate for MCC combats to address roads, electricity, healthcare, and education. Wheeler UMC district breaks away over gay marriage debates. Liberia to receive Hajj-level Egyptian aquaculture delegation. And away from Liberia, President Tinubu moves veterans of Niger tanker explosion as death toll reaches 86. And that's the news presentation on Maggie News Flow. Join us tomorrow, Wednesday, for another splendid edition and presentation of Maggie News Flow. Many thanks to our followers and listeners, both on YouTube, Facebook, and via the radio. Thanks to the man Stanley Wanye Kawi, ala GG1, who presented the news in the simple Liberian English and of course in the Mano vernacular. My name is Zika Vule. I presented today's edition of Maggie News Flow. Thank you and goodbye.
Information, education, and inspiration. This is Mackie's FM 90.5 megahertz.